Your favorite professional yapper is back at it again, this time talking about dumb Charlie haters self-reporting as bad people and molding at him for giving his own money back to the
Number
community.
15.
Of all things!
$250 for a used PlayStation 5, $150. I can pay back my mother. Here you go. Tell your mom thanks. $300. My boyfriend's family was robbed recently. $250. Food and bills. $50. $50 will be going towards my hotspot so I can play games with my homies. $120 for the GED. So shopping $200. I just moved in. I just moved $300. Took off work because I'm unwell. $75. Groceries have been super tight for me lately. $150. My 10-year-old son wants to play football for the first time and it's $100. Got my license suspended. $200. Food for the week. $150 for rent. $200 would really help with student bills.
They say that life is like a bucket of crabs. No matter how hard you try to get out, try to escape and rise above, you'll be inevitably pulled down by others, ensuring everyone's demise. Be it out of spite, envy, jealousy, no one shall rise above the rest, and some people on the internet perfectly encapsulate that idea. No matter how good you are or what you do, they'll always find a way to hate you. You could be Jesus Christ himself coming back from the dead to put an end to all war, and still there would be people hating on you for some odd reason. You could be Mr. Beast feeding hungry people, giving homes to the ones in need, building wells in Africa, and still there would be people on the internet saying you could be doing more. You could be doing it without having to make a video on it. If you can imagine it, some random online dweller can rationalize it. This time is no different. If you ever laid your foot on YouTube, you most certainly have come across Penguins, or Critical, or MoistCr1tikal, or Charlie, a guy with a big hair that's always rocking the white t-shirt and shorts that always talks with a monotone voice. The guy goes by many names. At this point, he's a fossil in the internet time. He has been posting on YouTube since it was a thing, and he gets millions of views no matter the topic of the video he decides to cover. He could upload a video on the consistency and color of different semen of people in his crew, and he would still get millions of views in that video. I'm sorry, Matt. Your semen is as runny and inconsistent as Twitch TV's TOS whenever it comes to enforcing rules towards their biggest creators. Also, it's too salty. You should have eaten some pineapples before the show. Might have to put it into a solid C tier. That could be partially due to his consistency in uploads and uncontroversial takes, and because he's generally a pretty entertaining guy to watch. Anyway, enough glazing and back to topic. Charlie has been doing these streams where at the end he gives some money back to the audience. The way it works is there is a Google form attached to his stream and you can fill it out asking for a specific amount of money and the purpose. At the end of the stream, he chooses at random some of the people who filed requests and gives the money to them, no questions asked. So you can ask 1k to pay rent for the month and then blow it all on zins, perks, shrooms, and escorts. That's a flaw in his system, of course, but the burden is placed upon you to spend the money on what you said you would. So Charlie is giving back to the community some of the money he made. Keep in mind that he's not obliged to. You don't see any other big streamers giving back to their communities. The Hassans, the XQCs, Aiden Rosses, Destinies. Not that they need to, it's their money. They can do whatever they want with it for all I care. But Charlie chooses to give back regardless. So some people are not happy that Charlie is giving back because they say that he's only doing it for tax purposes. First of all, do you have any idea how taxes works? What is the research that these absolute lobotomites do before commenting stuff like this? I feel like I'm dumb sometimes reading regarding certain topics, but before I make an absolute buffoon out of myself, I try to get the minimal knowledge on a specific topic before I start yapping. So for those in the back that don't know, gifts are non-deductible from taxes. So if I buy a car, a computer, or a new mic, I can add that as an expense for my business, and therefore lowering my gross income and thus lowering the taxes I have to pay to the money man, and he gets less money from me.
Hey Charlie, no tax write-off? I mean free money giveaway tonight? So it seems like there's people that think me giving away random amounts of money to random viewers on stream is a tax write-off. Do you not know how that shit works? Do you know how tax write-offs work? Because I can't write those off.
By now, we've established that gifts are non-deductible. And even if they were, who the hell even cares? Charlie is out here giving handouts like he's your local child diddler, giving candy to children, and you dare get mad at it? If you don't like it, go to the back of the line and don't ruin it for everyone. Charlie is over here doing the Lord's work, giving lottery tickets, and people have the gall, the absolute chutzpah to complain. There are so many things to complain about. You can complain about the weather, about the upstairs neighbors having World War III in the middle of the night, about your father deciding to mow the lawn at 8 a.m. on a goddamn Sunday. But when a man gives money, no. You stay quiet. And the guy is trying to grasp at straws by trying to convince everyone else that Critical is a bad person by redistributing some of his millions, and millions are just self-sabotaging and exposing themselves as bad people. How much money have these people gave back? But Shifter, they aren't as rich as Critical. But nothing! There are other stuff they can do to help out their communities besides money. They can help out on homeless shelters and organize charity events. I bet most of these basement-dwelling couch potatoes have never even lifted a finger to help out their parents, let alone their communities.
I have thick skin, sure, but this actually hurts me. I recognize how lucky I got in life, and I just want to do something nice with it. And then to be attacked, I suppose, by multiple people spamming that same kind of shit about how this guy super sucks, he's actually just doing this for a tax write-off, wake up, sheep. It's infuriating.
And I understand that you might not like Charlie, but sometimes you need to help your enemies and recognize when a behavior is wrong and call it out. I like Charlie, I watch his videos, but I know that there are people who don't and think his videos are bad or too bland. Anyway, let me give you a personal example. I'm a very skeptical person. Throughout my life, a lot of people have lied, deceived, and taken advantage of me, and growing around this type of people made me into someone that's cynical and doesn't trust others easily. I once had a guy selling me a car who told me that it was in impeccable condition. It was only used by his mother to go to church. Fast forward 10 kilometers, me stuck at the side of the road at 3 a.m. The car had a blown out gasket and a cracked head. So I get why people make conspiracy theories about Charlie not actually giving away the money. There are all of these YouTubers giving away fake gift cards for quick subscribers, making scam coins, like at the top of my head I can remember of the Save the Children scam coin, and pumping and dumping and taking advantage of their communities. But MoistCr1tikal is one of the biggest content creators in the current landscape. He doesn't need more clout. Brother is just giving back to the community as a gesture of kindness. He's not trying to make up for having a secret ring of child slaves in his basement writing pop culture references for him to use in his videos.
All this information is right there at your fingertips. You could have just opened a new tab next to Twitter right before making your tweet thread about how this is all just some kind of galaxy brain supervillain plot for me to get tax write-offs and goodwill through doing giveaway streams, and you could have just Googled, is this shit like tax deductible? Is this a tax write-off?
Even if I haven't convinced you yet, look at all of this ultra-rich politics always promising fake salary increases, lower taxes, all for a quick vote and doing absolutely nothing when they get to power, all while swimming in their pools filled with $100 bills like they are Scrooge McDuck. And these are people way richer than Charlie is. And Charlie is rich. Bro straight up stacking cash like he's Walter White after he started selling blue meth under Gus Fring. Now imagine the disparity of money between you and him. That's the disparity between him and your local politics, at least in America. And you see any of these people out here on the streets frolicking around amongst the rest of us peasants? No! They actively avoid us like we're the bubonic plague. So I know that you have trust issues. I myself have trouble trusting people. You might be a conspiracy theorist and everything in the universe has ulterior motives, but trust me on this one. Charlie's just giving out the money to the community. If you don't like him, shut up! Not every Jesus needs a Judas. Even if he gets good PR and clout out of it, the community at large benefits more from getting the money. This entire situation of I hate Charlie because he's giving out money reminds me of when people started hating on Mr. Beast because he was giving shoes to children in Africa, curing kids' blindness, building houses and wells on Africa, or basically Twitter every time that Mr. Beast philanthropy posts anything. And I genuinely think that Twitter is where brain cells go to die. These dumb conspiracy theories are always born there. It's also where this people doing things to help society is actually bad mentality comes from, which is super sad since it shouldn't be controversial that it's a good thing to help out people that are in need. There are already few rich people willing to help out rebuilding poor communities, so let's not make it even less by hating on the ones we still have. These creators have shown time and time again that they are good, want to help out in whatever way, shape or form they can, so don't hate on them just because. Patience is like rubber, it wears out. And that's enough yapping from me. I know that this is a smaller video and there's not as much stuff to talk about. Basically, the entire concept is that people are mad at a person for doing good deeds for his community. Thank you so much for the comments and likes on my previous videos. The support has been tremendous and it's cool to see a small community finally starting to develop. I honestly always dreamed but never imagined it actually happening to me, so I'm extremely grateful for you all. No matter what you comment, it's so fun to engage, and even if it's telling me that my mic sucks, which almost looks like a running joke at this point. And regarding the mic situation, I've been tweaking some settings on OBS and Adobe Premiere to make the mic sound a little bit better, and I think I've gotten it to somewhat decent tone, so let me know if you like it better like this. Anyway, that was the Prime Slop for today. Thank you to everyone, especially to my watch until the end gang. So like the video if you've liked it, dislike it if you've disliked it, comment down below if you think that people doing good deeds for the community are dumb and why. I read all of the comments, are the ones that I like the most and reply to most, so subscribe to the channel if you are new and want to consume more Prime Slop like this, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye!
No matter what I do, it's never right. Caught in the middle, a never-ending fight.